Well, hi and welcome to another LRCC Soundbite. This Sunday, this week, this is the last week of the period the church calls Lent. The next big thing in the church calendar is, of course, Easter. We know it's coming. We know it's coming for several reasons. The shops are full of Easter gifts and treats, huge amounts of chocolate. It's a time of year when we think of new life. That's one of the reasons eggs are a popular shape. But you'll also be aware that Easter never stays in the same place twice. It's always moving around. And that's because its date is set by when Jews celebrate the Passover festival. And that is set by a lunar calendar, by where the moon is. The reason we set Easter by this method is because the information we have in the Bible that tells us when Jesus died and rose again is that it happened at the Jewish Passover. The Passover, of course, was a great celebration for Jews and still is. It's a time Jews get very excited because it's when they remember the time that God saved them from slavery. And Jesus and his friends would have been looking forward to celebrating Passover. But Jesus himself knew that while this was going to be good, it was also going to be the time when he would suffer and die. And his friends, they didn't know. So, I've got a story today about how one of his good friends did something that pointed to his suffering and to his death. And she probably didn't even realise what she was doing. Not to the level that it meant. Jesus had some great friends. I'm not talking now about his 12 disciples. I'm talking about a family. They lived in a town called Bethany. There were two sisters, one called Mary, one called Martha, and their brother Lazarus. Now on this occasion, which is about a week before the Passover festival, Jesus had gone to visit them. They were about to enjoy a meal together. Martha was getting it ready and serving them all. And while they were waiting, Mary got a very expensive bottle of perfume and she poured it all over Jesus' feet. And then she used her hair to wipe Jesus' feet. And one of Jesus' disciples complained. He thought, what a waste. Surely something better could have been done with this perfume. But Jesus tells the disciple to leave Mary alone. That what she was doing was really special because it was happening right now, just before he was going to go through so much pain and before he was going to die. None of them, not Mary nor any of the disciples, really knew what was coming. But still Mary felt she needed to do this very special thing for Jesus right at this time. This thing that Mary did was done from a place of love. Jesus was incredibly special to this family, just as this family was special to Jesus. Mary's just doing something special for their friend. But Jesus says something a little odd as well. He said, Mary, she has kept this perfume for the day of my burial. It's because Jesus knows he's going to come to Jerusalem. He's going to be tortured. He's going to be killed. Mary has no idea, but she still believes in Jesus, in what he stands for, in his message. And this act of love comes out of that faith as well as her love for him. For me, there's a message in this that prompts us to say, well, how can we show love to those around us that are special to us? And show it in the moment while we can, because actually none of us knows what lies around the corner. There are some things we know what are coming. We know when they're coming, and we can prepare for them, like Easter. But many things in our lives can happen without warning. As a Christian, there's something for me in this as well about being open to the times when God just gives you a little nudge, a little push about what you should be doing. Again, right there in the moment, in the situation where we find ourselves. I wonder, what special thing could you do for a special friend? I hope you have a great week. I hope someone does something lovely for you. God bless you, and I will see you next time.